Hey guys, welcome back to cruzermans inventions. So I'm just going to go over some how to find the wattage of your car alternator that's been reconverted for an e-bike motor. Either we'll still find the wattage of it. So this one here is the Batrike alternator is 110 amps, and I'm putting 24 volts into the center rotor. Okay, so that putting 24 volts into it's going to double the wattage of it. So what we do is we go for the amps here. 110 amps times 24, and it equals 2640 watts. So that's how much watts that alternator is, even as an alternator or converted. This is all of mine are converted. All the bridge rectifiers have been taken out, and the three wires here are running straight to the outside field wires, as you'll see in my other videos, and these two here are running straight to the brushes, and that's what the 24 volts is going to. And this just goes to my controller, my e-bike controller down here, which is just a 1000-watt one, but I'm running 72 volts on these little 12-volt batteries, which I got 6 of them in series, making 72 volts at 9 amps, and these two here, which are for the mag, at 24 volts at 9 amps. Now you're probably wondering, well, what's the conversion? How do you find out the watt hours in a battery? Well, these here are 9 amp hour batteries at 12 volts each. So once again, we take the voltage, times it by the amperage, or the other way around, you'll still come up with this answer. So 108 watts is each battery. Now when you times that by what I'm using, that's 72 volts times 9 amps, because it's still 9 amps, gives me 648 watt. I put WH, watt hours. See, if you don't know what watt hours is, this is watt hours, or watts that you've got to play around with in your battery bank. Okay, so we know what the alternator is now, we know what my batteries are, and also we know what my controller is. It's a 1000-watt one at 48 volts, and it's been stepped right up to its max, which is close to 80. So that's why we run 72. And so, guys, that's a little bit of guff on that alternator. So now we know that that's pretty grunty. Now, if I was running 12 volts to the center mag instead of 24, I would only be getting half the wattage. So it'll be only 1,320 instead of 2,640. Woohoo! That's why this thing is awesome. Now, let's go and have a look at some other bikes, because I wanted to show you that the handlebars were on the trike out there still. I think I showed you that. Oh, I hope so. Because here, guys, I've just spent the last 3 days sanding the Mardi Gras out of these things. And look at those. Isn't that cool? These are a splitting image of the ones that came off this bike that are on the trike now. So, but they're a little bit lower here. But I've done a pretty good job. I've been sanding them up. I'm going to clear coat them, and I might make this here red. And so just been cleaning it up. I still got to whip off the back wheel and change the wheel around, because the gap between here was too close to the wheel, and as you can see, it was hitting in here. So I've crunched some numbers on all of these bikes. Now, the electric cockroach bike, as you know, guys, it's going to be running this Nemo, this other alternator here, which is the electric. It's a 100 amp one, and I also got to put a bearing in the back of this one. So it still needs a bit of work. That's why this one actually heats up, because it runs a bushing in the back. But I'll show, as I get there, I might do a video on it showing how I do that. And so at 100 amps at 24 volts gives me 2,400 watts. of juicy power for the electric cockroach. Now, I just done a video on how I built that. That's me with a funny face looking at this thing. And so let's get to this bike, the Bat bike, Bat Lowrider. So that one there is 90 amps alternator, and the 90 amp alternator right here at 24 volts gave me 2,160 watts of juicy power. And I built that freewheel sprocket down here, welded to that collar so I could have that on the shaft. So yeah, pretty good. Oh, and then we got the electric carcass. Now this is only a 55 amp alternator that's on this, but you can, it's the same size as the 110 one that's on the Batrike. So you can change out the outside field wires for a heavier gauge one and put it back together. So at 55 amps at 24 volts, that equals 1320 watts motor. We pulled at 100 volts on 3000 watts on this thing. We pulled about 73 Ks on this. Unbelievable. So anyways, guys, as you can see, the hand throttles here, we've got the lovely blue one, we got the gold one here, and then for this one I've ordered up the red ones, and we got the silver ones on the Batrike. So yep, that was a good test run on this, and I think it done well. And so we will carry on with the build on this, guys. I'm going to put it up on the stand. I've got little bits to fill in down the bottom, and change out this wheel. That's a mission. That's a real time mission, that one. So at least we got the handlebars done, and they are looking super cool. My signature range handlebars, cruzermans handlebars. So awesome stuff, guys. Cool, guys. I shall keep you up to date, dude, on this build. Cool, guys. Thanks to all my new subscribers, too. Thanks for watching, guys. Cruzerman out.